guys, it's Jessie here from Tonkadale, and it is a gorgeous first day of fall. I'm here with my friend Simon. We are doing our second episode of Simon Says, and what we want to talk to you today about is mulching the garden for winter protection. And the reason why we're talking about it now is because these bales of rye straw can serve a dual purpose. Start with them as your fall decoration, and then you'll use them to mulch the garden once we have a first hard frost and all those plants lay down flat. Simon, talk to us about why it's important to mulch certain plants in the winter.
Absolutely, Jesse. Minnesota, we have some severe winters, I would say, here in Minnesota. And we want to make sure that we protect our plants, especially if you bought a plant that is not zone hardy to our zone. So we sold some zone 5 plants, and that's right on the edge of what we can tolerate here. You have a protected area and you mulch it, you're going to be good. Jesse, let's talk about zone hardiness. All right, Jesse, zone hardiness. Okay, what zone are we?
We are officially zone 4A. That means our winters go down into the negative 20 to 25 range, but we also do see some temperatures down in the negative 30s, however, not sustained for very long. As you move farther north into the St. Cloud area, that's when you'll get to zone 4A, where you're going to see more consistent temperature drops into the negative 30s and beyond. As you move farther north in Minnesota, we go into zones 3. The people in the blue zone can plant plants that are hardy to zone 5 and lower. And that's when we get a little bit of garden envy, because it opens up a whole new world of plant life.
Yeah, down in Iowa, you got all those beautiful Japanese maples there. And I want to plant one in my yard up here in Minnesota. So there's a couple things we're going to make sure we do to maximize our success. Okay, so that's when we get into talking about mulching and location. Because some parts of your yard might be more protected, some parts might be more exposed. And in general, those are the plants you want to think about doing your mulch, your rye straw.
Rye straw. Okay, Simon, for your average Minnesota gardener, which plants should I consider mulching after our first hard frost?
So anything that was sold at Tonkadale that's not zone hardy should have been labeled non-hardy. Most of those are zone 5s. All of them should be zone 5s if they were labeled non-hardy. You might want to be thinking about plants like your Japanese maple,
Acer japonica,
or maybe a climbing hydrangea.
Hydrangea petiolaris.
Those are going to be some plants you're going to want to mulch, but not yet. When we do get low temperatures and things really freeze, then we want to think about covering.
Correct. The party's over, Halloween has passed, the ground is frozen solid. How the heck do we mulch our plants?
So you're going to want to go out in the garden and you want to make sure you have like at least 6 inches of like a nice fluffy mix. So you don't want to pull out of the bale and keep it real condensed. Fluff it up as you apply it down on top of your flower beds, right? Or wherever you've planted. You want to have at least 6 inches of a nice fluffy layer going on there.
So why is mulching important? What purpose does it serve?
So in our early springs, we get a lot of this freeze, thaw going on, and that can be kind of confusing to plants. You get them underneath that mulch, right? You'll kind of stop some of that stress of the freeze and thaw. It also is going to insulate them if we don't have like the snow cover that we're expecting.
Okay, so like the straw acts as a layer of insulation to keep that ground frozen consistently until it's time for those plants to wake up.
Correct.
Next question. When do we remove the mulch in the spring, Simon?
Well, Minnesota can be a little finicky, but as a general rule, you want to wait till you start seeing the plants emerging.
Some of those ephemeral flowers, things like snowdrops, anemones, Virginia bluebells, even hostas.
So once you start seeing the gardens waking up, you want to peel back the straw so you can see your plant and the sun can come and melt whatever's going to be left there. Now we've got consistently warmer temps. It's not going to be freezing anymore. I think it's a good time to go ahead and open up the garden for this season.
Perfect. So file this one away to rewatch again in the spring so you know what to do. And thanks for watching. We'll see you at Tonkadale.
Let's go mulch! Woo!
Oh. Now we need a broom.